quasi-federal, meaning it leans more unitary with some federal features sprinkled in.
Are there any other viewpoints?
Oh, definitely. Some see it as extremely federal, like Paul Appleby. Then there's bargaining federalism, a term coined by Morris Jones,
Right.
highlighting the constant negotiation between the center and states.
So there's no one-size-fits-all label. It seems more nuanced than that.
Precisely, even Dr. B.R. Ambedkar acknowledged this when he described the Constitution as being both unitary and federal, depending on the needs of the time.
Okay.
It's a dynamic system designed to adapt.
Even the Supreme Court weighed in on this.
Yes, in the landmark Baumai case, they declared federalism a basic feature of our Constitution.
Right.
They emphasized that while the center has greater power, states are not mere appendages.
All right.
They have their own independent existence.
So it's this delicate balancing act. The Constitution enshrines federalism, but also recognizes the need for a strong center.
Exactly, and understanding this balancing act is crucial for aspiring civil servants.
Right.
Imagine working on policies that overlap central and state responsibilities.
Yeah.
You'll need to navigate this complex interplay, understanding both the legal framework and the political reality.
It's like a high-stakes game of chess needing both strategy and a deep understanding of the rules.
Right. Textbook definitions only take you so far. You need to grasp the spirit of Indian federalism, the underlying principles and how they play out in real-world decision-making.
Speaking of real-world examples, the source highlights some interesting developments.
Yeah.
We see territorial disputes between states, battles over river water sharing the rise of regional parties. It seems states are actively asserting their interests.
Absolutely. And the Supreme Court plays a crucial role here, often acting as a check on central power.
Okay.
For instance, they've limited the center's ability to impose president's rule,
Right.
which is when they take over a state's administration.
So even with a strong center, states have a voice and mechanisms to protect their autonomy.
Exactly. It's a system in constant motion with pushes and pulls between the center and states. It's not static. It's dynamic, always evolving.
And understanding this evolution is vital for both policymakers and citizens, because at the end of the day, this isn't just about abstract concepts. It's about how decisions are made that
Absolutely. Think about how federalism impacts things like resource allocation, infrastructure development, education policy, even something like environmental regulations.
Yeah.
All of these are shaped by the interplay between the center and states.
So it's not just theory. It has real-world implications for everyone.
Right.
But getting back to our listener who's aiming for the civil services, what key takeaway would you offer about navigating this complex system?
The key takeaway is that Indian federalism is a dynamic balancing act. It's not just about knowing the rules,
Right.
but understanding the underlying principles, the historical context, and the constant negotiation between the center and states.
So it's a system that demands both knowledge and like a nuanced perspective.
Yeah,
You can't just learn it by rote. You need to understand how it breathes and evolves.
exactly. And that's what makes it such a fascinating subject.
Yeah.
Especially for someone who aspires to serve in the Indian civil service.
Now, for our listener and for anyone listening who's interested in how India works, here's a question to consider. Given this intricate dance between federalism and a strong center, how do you think it impacts the daily lives of ordinary citizens?
It's a question worth pondering. Think about it.
Yeah.
Whether it's the quality of education in your village, the availability of health care, the infrastructure connecting your town to the rest of the country, the prices of essential goods, even the air you breathe.
Wow.
All of these are influenced by the dynamics of federalism.
So it's not just a theoretical concept confined to textbooks and exam halls. It's something that touches every aspect of our lives.
Absolutely. And for an aspiring civil servant, this understanding is crucial.
Right.
Imagine you're tasked with implementing a new policy.
Yeah.
Maybe related to agriculture or healthcare. You'll need to navigate this complex web of central and state powers, understanding who has jurisdiction over what, anticipating potential conflicts, and finding ways to build consensus.
It's almost like being a diplomat, not just an administrator.
That's a great analogy. You're right. It requires a deep understanding of the political landscape, strong communication skills, and the ability to build bridges between different levels of government.
So for our listener, as you continue your journey towards the UPSC, remember this: mastering the technicalities of Indian federalism is important, but it's just the beginning.
You need to go beyond the textbooks, beyond the articles and clauses,
Right.
and develop a deep, intuitive grasp of how this system works in practice.
How it impacts the lives of the people you aspire to serve, and how you, as a future civil servant, can navigate its complexities to bring about positive change.
Those are the questions worth pondering as you delve deeper into the world of Indian governance. And remember, we've included some additional resources in the show notes
All right.
that showcase real-world examples of center-state dynamics.
Yeah, those should give you a taste of how these concepts play out in real life.
Yeah.
It's been a fascinating deep dive into the heart of Indian federalism,
Absolutely.
a system that's both challenging and inspiring.
We hope this conversation has sparked your curiosity and equipped you with a deeper understanding of this unique and evolving system.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.